Today, my name is Valerie Kent, and today I'm going to do a painting for you, acrylic paint, and this is a landscape with a nice yellow sky, a background lake, a small stream running in the foreground, and the trees in the center field. Now, I started by putting in my big shapes, and I'm going to continue to do that. I did put in one of the trees in the foreground, however, it's a little bit off, so I'm going to make those corrections. And here I go. I am going to start with completing some of the lake, and to do that I'm using a titanium white and a little bit of cobalt blue, mixing it up, and I'm just going to put it in right away. I'm allowing the lake to be a little bit lighter in the foreground, and then let it darken as we go up further. The important thing about a painting is to have one dominant direction. The dominant direction for this painting is horizontal, but in order to make that successful, we do need verticals. And in fact, it is really important to have a diagonal which counterbalances the other two. So that's why there is a diagonal right here in the original painting. As well, in a landscape, it's nice to have a foreground, a middle ground, and a background. Luckily, here I'm going to put in the major undercoat color for the foreground. And it's going to be a mixture of yellow ochre and titanium white. Now I do see a problem with the size of this branch. And acrylic paint is very good in that if you don't like something, you can just remove it, take it right out. So that branch is gone, and I can continue on in that place. And in place of that, I can put in the background trees. We do not need to just have one color in here because we're going to be covering it with a dark base for our stream. Okay. All right, now we are going to block in the stream plus this nice little bit of sandy shore that's up at the top all along this area. And that I'm still using yellow ochre mixed with titanium white. We can put a little bit of burnt sienna to warm it up in a bit. Okay, so an interesting tool to use is to get a pastry brush. You take the pastry brush and you boil it for 10 minutes. And when you have boiled it, it has a nice wonky look to it. So you can then do your nice foliage. and that's yellow ochre. You can start with yellow ochre, pop in the start of your foliage, and work it up. You can see that it's very effective in getting that foliage in pretty quick. And a little bit of burnt umber, just to repeat the colors in the tree. For brightness, we can use a cadmium. This one is yellow deep. It'll just make it pop a bit, and that'll be nice. We can put in the rocks in a minute. It does not have to be a carbon copy of what you see up there. In fact, you should never be a slave to your resource, your photo resource or your painting resource, whatever you're using. It is really nice. Once you start a piece of work, it is important then to remember that this painting itself is your world, and that's all you need. And you try to do the best you can with it. There. Now that's done for now, and I'm going to use some Jenkins green. See if I can get a nice looking Jenkins green. I think I need to go pretty dark. And where did it go? Isn't it amazing how Jenkins greens disappear when you least expect them to go? There it is. Okay. And here comes my Jenkins green. I'm going to put it right in here. It's a new color for me. I found it and then fell in love. I just thought it was an awesome color. To darken it up, I'm going to pop in some dark and then continue with my Jenkins green. To create the rocks, I'm just going to pop some of those rocks shapes in. For more information about my courses and workshops, please visit www.valeriekent.com.